Morning. It is 8:30. There's the bell right there on Tuesday morning. Lovely Tuesday morning. A little bit cooler here, which is nice. And we're going to get going, see what the market does, and make some decisions, make some trades. Act appropriately, act accordingly. Let the trades work. All right, let me adjust some stuff here. So looks like last night we got down to 41.23, probably 23 half, and got up only as high as 54. So we are stuck in that area. I'll mark the first minute of trade here as the opening range. There we go. Had some, looks like some decent selling coming in. I can't help but wonder if the party for the bulls is at least going to subside a bit. Thinking, yeah, had that big push up yesterday. So yesterday was the day that the bulls should have just continued to press higher. However, they couldn't do that, couldn't move it up higher, and the bears took over, sold it off for the day. And so it makes me wonder today what kind of action we're going to get. If we're just going to sell off hard to the downside, or if the bulls are going to try to keep it alive. Looks like we've got some decent amount of volatility this morning too. So good to be mindful of that. And from yesterday, well, I'm sorry, going back to Friday, that overnight level, kind of that 26 level was important. And then we bounced off at 12. Getting sold off pretty hard here right now. So we could have some longer term time players or longer term time frame traders getting active today. I would feel at least sometime this week. Here's our daily. So came up, looked like we were going to try to clear this congested area and then push up a little bit higher. We didn't do that yesterday. Came down and failed. And so, yeah, this is our area right now. In here. So same as always, I'm not going to be in too big of a hurry to put a trade on. Want to let the market set up first and show me what it's trying to do. Boy, that was a nice short yesterday. I didn't get short. Micah was. Had that spike down and then sold it. Sold it a few times off pretty hard. Thought we might see a curl here and push higher, which we didn't get that. All right, so we definitely got some volatility today, at least this morning. Never know, it could pick up or it could slow down throughout the day. I feel the next hurdle for the bulls would be like 48, 46 to 48 if we get up there, another 13 points higher, 13 or 15 points. I read a buddy's, he was a friend in high school. You're younger than me, nice guy. And I read his post today on Facebook and I thought, boy, that really applies to trading, or you could make an application to trading. It said something like 9 years sober today, or it's like 9 years sober, and the caption after it, so he was celebrating that he had 9 years of sobriety, and I think he wrote something like, I think I'll try one more day. And it just made me think, if you're someone who's trading and you're following your rules or doing your best to follow rules, or if you're trading and you're doing your best to be patient, wait for a good setup, you think, hey, I've done this consistently. I think I'll try it one more day. So not to get too caught up in tomorrow or the next day, but to say, to essentially like pile one good trade on top of the next. I thought, man, that's a pretty cool post that he had up there. 9 years sober. I think I'll try one more day was his post. So thought, boy, that takes a lot of discipline, takes a lot of willpower, takes a lot of self-control, as does trading. So you might look at your track record with trading, whatever it is, and maybe trading isn't working out for you. Maybe you haven't been that consistent with your stops, or maybe you have, but you just don't believe in yourself fully yet. So you might say, hey, I've got 2 weeks of believing in myself. Let's try for one more day, and then worry about the next day after that. It was a good post. Don't really think we have any news coming out. There was something kind of minor at 7:30. I don't really think. It doesn't look like it moved the market or really was anything noteworthy. So I'm wondering, does the sell-off come today or tomorrow or later in the week? When does it come? When does the sell-off come? I would expect that if the bulls are able to get it up to the high 40s, call it 46 or 48, that they might catch some flack up there. I will say I'm biased to the short side a bit today. Doesn't mean it's going to happen today. Doesn't mean we have to go down right now. We could push up and then go lower. So trying to just be patient, let it set up. Hey, Mr. Kumar, how you doing? Oh, I'm just watching ES. I might say the S&P, but I'm referring to like the S&P 500, which is ES. So forgive me for that, if there's any lack of clarity there. Mr. Kumar, all right, back in action. How you doing, man? I'm gonna put my chat away for a little bit. Just try to pay attention to the market generated info here. All right, looks like 4137 was overnight point of control from yesterday, from the night before. He was texting me. Oh. All right. Cool, Micah. If you're listening, let me try to pull you up here. Let's see what we got. There it is. Hey, Micah, what's going on?
No, not much. Just sitting here at work,
That's
hoping
nice.
to get some trading done.
That's good, man. That's good. Wrapped up your meeting?
Yeah, got that all done and finished. Now I'm just trying to see if I can hide. I'm actually hiding in one of the fire trucks.
Well, hopefully there's no fire that you're missing.
Well, I'm driving the truck, so
Okay.
if there is one, I'm going.
All right, that's good.
But it's also a nice, easy way to hide and not have people bugging me in the background. So
The question is are you going to have your laptop on and be presenting while you're driving to the fire?
while
Probably
I'm
not,
driving,
but
well,
wouldn't
if you
think that
hear
you wouldn't need
sirens in the
something.
background, you'll know.
That's great.
So yeah, no, we call it the phone booth. Everybody, when they get like private calls and they don't want to be bugged, they come hide in the ambulance or the fire truck, so they're not getting messed with.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's nice that it's understood. It's a quiet place.
Yep. I'm out here. Leave me alone.
Right on.
Just kind of going through reviewing levels and everything right now.
Yeah.
To see what we got. I haven't had a chance to do it yet. So, see where we're at. Wasn't a whole lot of movement overnight, was there?
No, just took that move lower. Moved lower yesterday, and then couldn't really get the buyers excited, which wasn't expecting any. I wasn't expecting any kind of a big buying pop yesterday.
No.
Being that we put a high in and then came down lower.
I was able to catch a little bit of that move lower yesterday.
Yeah, you had a great entry there.
Well, yeah, and then I got out at 65, and then kind of let it run, and then on the pullback, I jumped back in again and caught another 10 points off it. So
got short probably around 60, 41.60.
Yeah, I think that's where it was.
Yeah, that was the pullback.
That pullback, I don't know where.
Yeah, that was a good level.
Yeah, right in here.
Yeah. Yep.
That's where it was. And then just kind of chopped. I got chopped up a little bit in that and then walked away. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
See if this 40 area holds.
Yeah, Bears tried cramming it down just a few minutes ago. Might be trying again.
You might want that.
Looks like it's pushing back down again.
Yeah.
Didn't quite make the 40.
Yeah, got close. On your screen there, your candle. What's that moving average, the yellow one?
21.
And what's the time frame of the candle? Is it 5 minute?
Right now?
Yeah, the one you got up.
30 minute.
30, okay.
This is the one that I use most of the time for like direction.
Gotcha.
So if we get, because this is going to follow the profile,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm looking for it to see if it's going to break through or if it's going to go lower. If it continues to go red a couple in a row, that's how, like yesterday when I went short at like 82 or whatever. So you can see we had that big push up.
Yep.
And then it wasn't able to stay above and stay up, and that's how I was able to get in at that 82 area.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it was pushing down and closing down below. I usually take that as a hint that we're going to see some short-term pullback,
Gotcha.
which obviously the 65 was back at that 21, and there was something else too. I don't remember what it was at 65 that was like, okay, that's going to be my target area. Obviously, I should have held and let it determine what it was. See if that 21 was going to hold.
Yeah.
It does very often do what it's doing right now. It pulls back right to that, and then it will pull right back down again. So now we have to see if it blows the overnight low at 23 here, or if that's going to hold. So we'll see, like that 25 area, see if that holds.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out an easy way to be able to mute my mic. I don't see one.
Should be. I wonder. I got your screen pulled up here. If you're, I don't know if you're streaming me, but
I'm not streaming you.
okay. Well, if you pull it up, you should see that mic icon. It seems like you've done that one before.
I see you. Oh, there it goes. Is that muting me? Can you hear me? Nope, that's not muting me.
I can still hear
Hmm.
you.
It won't let me. I'm wondering if it won't let me mute it because I'm sharing my screen.
It might be. Yeah, it might be.
Yeah, there it is.
I think you're good now. I think you're muted. I can't hear you.
Right. That lets me mute it, but if I'm presenting, it won't let me do it. So, because I got somebody coming now, it's going to bug me. Told you. So much for. All right. Now that I know what it is. I'll go
I
back
did push up to almost 40. Taking
Yeah, I
out
got
the overnight
39.
low. This overnight low, I'm not. It doesn't really mean too much to me, I don't think.
Where do we have? So we opened up in the value area, so I'm wondering if it's not going to rotate a lot today.
feel like the Bears could take control. I just don't know if the day they do it is today.
Right. Yeah, it's certainly, when you look at the daily, it certainly looks like we're ready for a little bit of a pullback.
Yes, yeah, the tides are changing a bit, but
So when is the question?
yeah, doesn't mean we can't rotate today. Doesn't mean, I mean, I feel like the Bulls got their work cut out for them up at 46 to 48 if they get it up there. Like you could see a push and a reversal lower, but kind of early to speculate, and usually it's not worth our time to do so.
Usually it'll tell you when it's time.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's amazing how that works.
Even yesterday, that long that I was in, I'm looking at it thinking, man, if it was gonna go, it would have went by now. I had my stop in place and was watching it, but just in my gut, just sense like, yeah, it doesn't feel too good right here. It was telling me.
Yeah, I was already short when you were talking about it, and I was like, I'm liking my short more and more. And you're questioning your long, so I'm like, I'm just going to leave it going.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, when I start questioning it and thinking, oh man, I shouldn't be seeing this. Had a two what I thought might be liquidation breaks, but usually you just get one. You get a second one, and after seeing that one, I thought, yeah, I don't like the odds here.
What was the high there? 37.75.
Now, if we remember back to Friday, that 21 to 26 area was important, and then really it was about some other areas, so I don't want to read too much into that, but it is helpful sometimes to think back of those important levels.
Well, this whole area here, when you look at the daily, it chopped back in June at this area. I don't know how, but this whole area kind of chops around between the 4100 and 4150 area. It bounces around a lot. So we are way strung up right now. So we're due for a pullback.
I mentioned that earlier. Yeah, I've got my screen up looking back to early June, kind of that congestion area. You would think we'd get a pullback.
And then pop up through it at some point. Just gotta wait and see.
I can tell you're studying.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Well, your face.
Oh, well, part of it is I've got the sun shining in my eyes too.
Oh, okay. You still look, got your concentration face on, or
yeah. Well,
or you got to take a dump and you can't. It's something like that. Kind of one of the same.
one of the two.
Take a dump. I don't know. You might be concentrating. See if we get a pop here. See if the Bulls try to pop it up a little bit.
Yeah, they got that overnight low now, so I have a feeling this is just the pop up to end a period and then it push back down again.
Yeah, I'm not sold to the long side here. Not in the least. I was talking earlier. I just shared how I saw a guy's post on Facebook. He was a kid I knew in high school 25 years ago, and I thought, oh, it kind of relates to trading and being disciplined. He had a post that said he was like celebrating 9 years being sober, and then he wrote on there, "I think I'll try one more day," and it just made me think of like being disciplined with trading. Like if you've done thing for weeks and months and years with trading, as far as respecting your stop, staying disciplined, not being emotional, you're on a good pace and you're probably going at a good click. But the key is saying to yourself, I think I'll try just one more day,
Mm-hmm.
because we all know that. And I feel like there's been times when, like at an AA meeting, I could say, "Hello, I'm Jeff, and I'm sometimes an emotional trader." And it's those, it can be that one time of weakness, that one time of slipping up that can really do damage and just set you back and put you in a place that you really wish you wouldn't have went. So, yeah,
Yep.
his post kind of spoke to me. I think I'll try one more day.
One more day.
Yep.
No, I like that. Yeah. No, you're right. It does. It's just one time of weakness, and it can set you back a lot, not just financially, but emotionally and decision wise. And you get mad at yourself because you're like, why did I do that? I know not to do that.
Absolutely.
And you still do it. And then
Yeah.
you just question. Now you're questioning everything.
Yeah. Including yourself, which is
Yeah.
the most detrimental.
It truly is. Like we've talked about, like that's the hardest part of this is it's not reading the market. Reading the market's actually the easy part. I feel like
It's
once
true.
you've got it figured out, readings and you've got to fix all those learning. So you've got to learn to read the market, and then you've got to fix all the stuff you learned while learning how to read the market, because in your head you're seeing this and you realize, oh, that's really not what I thought it was. The market's actually going to go the other way. But once you've learned to read it, that's the easy part. Being able to control your emotions and decide when to get in and get out is the hard part.
Absolutely.
This whole thing.
Absolutely. Couldn't
Because
agree
every time
more.
I think oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I couldn't agree more. Go ahead.
Every time you think you figured it out, you realize, oh wait, no, that's not what I thought it was, and then you've got to reevaluate everything. And that's why writing like a trading plan, everything about writing a trading plan is so hard, because every time you think you figured it out, you're like, oh, I don't have it figured out. And you got to rechange it. It's always evolving.
It's true. Well said.
So I'm looking to see if we can get a pullback here, maybe up to the half back area, maybe. Looks like we got some congestion there, some
What's
possibility.
half back?
Half back right now
30.
is 28 3/4.
I think it's important too to just trade what the market's showing you. Too often in my head, or too often at times, I've wanted to, wax the crystal ball or polish it, and there's times to prospect and to have a theory, but then if the market, if it's showing you one thing, like there was a guy who does trading, is doing it live, and he's trying to get long the whole day yesterday on NASDAQ. You think, dude, like today isn't the day, bro. Like,
It's
it
not
ain't
gonna work.
happening.
Well, it's that whole thing of at some point, and I do it to myself. I think I know what's going to happen, not what I'm reading, but I think I know it's going to go up, and I fight every signal possible to still go against the market.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I kind of use the 30-minute as my if I reach an area like yesterday, I did kind of go long towards the end of the day, thinking we've reached a bottom, even though my 30-minute was still, the candlesticks were still red.
Mm-hmm.
It still was showing a bottom, but I've gotten to the point now where I limit myself, where I get 2 tries at trying to catch the bottom,
That's good.
and then that's it,
Yeah.
with
And
very limited risk.
yeah. And that's appropriate.
Because I have ruined a really good day many times trying to catch the bottom, and just burnt through my profits and ended up being down on the day trying to catch the bottom. I'm usually right. I'm just usually, just like you, I'm usually way too early for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I think the nice thing too is that you can learn to go in at a smaller size. So let's say you were short and your good trade that worked out, it was X. Like, well, why can't you try going long, snagging the bottom half of X or a quarter of X? You know,
Mm-hmm.
I guess if you're well, even if you're one lot, you could, turn into Mr. Micro and try it there.
Right.
Yeah. Then add, if something really looks good or is getting your attention.
I have not had good luck at adding when I in a trade. I have a tendency to again add at the wrong point and get stopped out of the ad.
Okay.
So it's again that's I'm still so new to this whole profile and reading the profile and knowing where that's gonna go. Part of it is patience, because it's all kind of a half-hour
Yeah.
time frame
Yeah.
that it all works on, and being able to be patient enough to watch and wait for that to happen. I've learned that's a big part of my issue too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Profile does take some patience. Yeah.
yeah, so if I get a good run up and then wait for that pullback, um, I have a tendency to still be really early on it.
Mm. Bears still trying to push it lower here.
Yeah.
Thinking if they don't do it soon, we should see a little bit of a pop. Whether it could be like a dead cat bounce. Where I feel today we could see longer term time frame traders stepping in, so could see a little bit more volatility.
Still think if we can get a nice pullback to that 28 area, maybe would be like a good area to go short.
Mm.
Maybe. Still pushing. Still pushing down hard though.
Yeah, yeah. Another minute and 20 to go on the 5-minute candle here. At 16 level, that was the battle zone on Friday. That was kind of the low. Definitely got some congestion on the 5-minute, just a little bit below us. That's not Micah's all in buy, load the boat, go long alert. That's
No.
the alert at the firehouse. Buy it with both hands.
Go, 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 go.
Just jump in. Whatever you got to do.
Luckily, they're working on the alarm panel, so I know it's not me.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd be gone already.
All right. 5-minute bar wrapping up. See how this
push
one looks. See if we can do it here. Was that what we needed to get involved? To push them up a little higher.
See if this pushes back far enough for us to get in and play.
Another 3 minutes on the 5 minute yet, so still got a little while. Yep, where are we at here? Later, Kumar. We'll see you, man.
Excuse me. If we're going to get the pushback, push up as far as I wanted.
Alright, Bull's trying to step in. Pop it a little bit. boy. Not a lot of action right here. Not yet, at least.
No, I'm really trying to be patient to get in.
Yeah. It's a day for patience, I feel.
See what happens at this 28 area. If not,
Yeah.
looking at going all the way back up again.
Keep selling 26.
Yeah.
But I am of the persuasion that I feel like we go higher before going lower if we don't take out the low of the day. But sometimes it's just too early to call, so just gotta sit and wait.
Yeah, I do find myself just kind of letting first hour, just kind of watching and letting the initial balance set up and kind of use that as my guidance to where I'm going to go or enter in.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad plan.
Start forcing. That's when I start forcing trades. You start getting chopped up and
Yeah.
or having huge amounts of having a huge amount of risk on a trade that you shouldn't have that big a risk on.
Yeah. Another about a minute and a half till we put in a new 5-minute bar.
That was a nice
Getting
push.
pretty strong. There's pretty close to 28 there.
It's a nice push. All right, so now I'm gonna put an order in at 27.50 and see if we can get a pullback
All right.
up to there, and with it pushing away like that, hopefully.
Order filled.
27.5. There you go.
And it's just going to plow through. Maybe not. Just going to leave it there.
Where's your stop on that one?
I just have a 2 point stop. I'm looking at on the 5 minute, the last consolidation area, just holding it above there.
Gotcha.
So
So Micah's short the 27.5, 2 point stop loss, and see how far we can push.
sorry. Here, I can mute it.
All right. Well, his trade's working out pretty nice. Pretty well. Getting back
Sorry
down
about that.
under the overnight low. So he wants to see it get back into this congestion area and then, do something in here and then ultimately just push lower, take out lows of the day.
Can you hear me? I'm back.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Let's see. I'm wondering if we're not going to push back down to that, maybe the 4106 area again.
It's Friday's open, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll see. I want to see it get through this 18 first.
Yeah.
For continuation down.
Yeah. We got another minute and a half on the 5-minute bar. Let me switch this to a 5-minute. There we go. 5-minute looking pretty good. Man, great entry on that one.
Yeah, I like it. I like being able to get in at the extremes like that.
Didn't take any heat. Did it quickly. That's always nice when it
Pops away.
Does what you want it to do quickly.
Yep. Those are the ones I like.
Absolutely.
Now it needs to just keep going.
Yes, it does.
It's pushing down. Looks like it could.
Yeah, let's see if she weakens up here.
Going the wrong way. Going the wrong way. It's another problem once I'm in a trade, not letting every little tick make me question what's going on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, on this one, I would assume you're looking for it to go down 500 points, but we can't always have that happen. So you're looking for a break of the low of the day, and then
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm actually I'm wondering if I shouldn't jump out at this point. It's moving up pretty strong. Well, I always have a 10-point stop every time I jump in.
10-point profit target.
Yes, sorry, target, not stop.
No
2-point stop, 10-point target. I moved it to the 106 to see if we can get a push down, continuation down.
Mm.
But with it 5-minute, pulling right back up to 25, 26. I guess that 26 area has been holding. Let's see if we can get it to stop there. I may just pull my stop down for a tick just to so I don't lose on it. Because I feel like if it doesn't, we don't go down, this 26 doesn't hold and it comes back up to my entry point, I feel like we're going to blow right up through it.
Yeah. Well, you'd think we'd rotate. Yeah, good little pullback there on the 1 minute. Changes to 1. There it goes. There's some strength.
Yeah, so we need this 26 area to hold. I'm going to pull it down for a tick. Just because that didn't rotate down and break the low of the day and it's pulling all the way right back up again. I feel like if this 26 area doesn't hold and pushes back down again, we could pop right back up through.
Yeah.
There's no point taking a loss at that point.
Another minute and a half on the 5-minute bar. I'm considering, yeah. Let's see here.
Pushing away, that's what we need.
I'm going to try a long against that recent low, 19.
You're just
Still-
mad because I'm winning the tug of war.
I'm still biased to the short side, but I'm of the conviction that we push up a bit higher before rotating downward.
Yeah,
Stop filled.
there we go. All right, well,
So Mike is out for a tick of profit. He was short at 27.5. Watched it go lower. Let me open up my screen here. I just got long at 24. And on this one, I'm wrong if we take out that 20 level. Or if we get back below 23, then I'll be looking to consider changing my tune. So there he goes. Price just came right up to 28. Don't want to read into it too much. But hit 28 and
You know
so
what?
on. So
I wasn't paying attention. C period just opened up. Bet you that's our C period came right back to the halfback and turned away.
at 28 there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it did just
28.50.
open.
28.50. I'm gonna try again. See if it comes back and gets me. Got another order in at 27.50. See if we can get back.
Gotcha. So Mike has got a working short at 27.5. Resting order. I got long at 24. I was wanting to see a bit more of a pop on this recent push up. Still got another 3.5 minutes on the 5-minute bar, so could get it. Maybe we don't.
No, I'm going to cancel it. I'm going to wait. I'm waiting.
I'm moving my stop up a little bit. Yeah, market not looking too strong here. Yeah, I might bounce out of this one too. I'm not totally convinced.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we don't get a push here soon, I'm gonna bail on this one.
I'm still short. I just wasn't sure if we were going to go from here or not. Still short mindset.
Yeah, I am too. I just happen to be long from below. Looking for a little pop. Don't know if we're gonna get it. Let's see here. 5 minute. I'm just gonna keep a tight leash on this guy. There we go. There's a little bit of a pop.
There you go. There you go.
I've got my stop now at 25. So lock in a point of profit at least. Might try to scale out a little bit there at 30. Scale some out there at 29.5. I'm still in 70%, holding it against 25. So if we come back down to 25, I'm out. Actually, I'm going to sell a little bit more there. So I'm in half of my position still. There we go. We're up to opening range. So you had an order, Micah, then you pulled it.
I had a short order. Yeah, I had a short order at half back. 27 and 28 is half back. But I didn't like the way it was acting. It didn't look like it was going to hold it. So now I'm looking to see if we test up at this 34 area. See what happens there. Yeah, with the trade I was in, since it didn't really test the bottom of the range or this low of the day, kind of feeling like we're going to get a push up. Test some 34 area, or the that 21 moving average is always one that kind of
You're
makes
talking
me.
about the 21 moving average on the 30-minute?
Yeah.
What's that level right now? 34?
36.75 right
Yeah.
now.
And that's close to, let's look at here. I mean, looking at my screen, that's where all the wicks are on the 5-minute.
Yep.
That 36 area. So same thing. I'm not long for the day. Me and Micah both have a short bias, but I got long down at, this actually was 24 half. Took out half of it up at 29 quarter, and then some more at 31. And I'm holding my position against, if you can see my screen, right against this wick here, which is 25 quarter. So if we get down to there, I'm out. I don't like it when I'm involved and it's given me some kind of a bias, and then I'm not as focused or clear on the bigger move of the day.
Yeah.
That's not fun. When you think, you're kind of picking up pennies, but you're walking over dollars.
Yep.
So even that one, I wanted to go along, but I thought I don't want to mess up my thesis for today.
Well, and I've done that before too, where I can grab, the same concept what you just said, but you can grab that quick push up, but then you actually, because you're long, you miss your entry for the short, which is really the big move.
Yes.
Which is really the move you need.
Yeah.
You're saying by picking up pennies, missing the dollar. And I have done that before too. A lot. You see that long, that long's there, and you can make some profit, but that's not really going to be the money maker.
Yeah, it's not the trade. So I'm not liking the rest of my position we're in here with the 5-minute. Another minute and 20 to go on the 5-minute bar. If we push up higher, I'll move my little trailer up a little bit higher to probably this 26 half level.
And the pullback didn't get to the 34 area that I wanted it to get to either. All right, I'm going to have to stop sharing. I'm going to still trade and I'll chat, but my computer's about to die.
Oh, no problem.
And if I go in the station, it won't be quiet.
Gotcha.
So, but I get off tomorrow at 8, so then tomorrow I'll be at home. So,
okay, that sounds great. Hey, well, thanks for chatting, man. Thanks for sharing.
Yep. I'll let you know.
Point of view. That's helpful.
I'll be in the chat, let you know what I'm doing.
Okay,
we'll
sounds good.
There. Thanks, Jeff. We'll talk to you later.
See ya. Bye-bye. Okay, so right now that little piece that I got on, I'm just holding it against this 26 half level. If we push up, great. If we don't, I'll be holding it against that. And I, like Micah, am a little bit more biased to the downside. And whether that happens today or tomorrow or whether it doesn't happen, I'm not sure. Yeah, 5 minutes looking weaker here to me. So let's see. Almost got that little trailer taken out here. There we go. Okay, that one's done. Good trade for a little bit, but again, I wasn't convinced that that was the moneymaker, the move of the day. Exit out of that. Isaac says he's back, had to get out of a bad trade. Alright, let's take a look-see here. Looks like price is trying to stay above that 41.25 level. And I personally am wondering how much we rotate today. That was my, let's see here. Well, we're 1:10 into the trading day, and kind of fill out the scorecard. That'd be helpful, right? So main idea for today, I want to be short, looking for shorts. Rating of that idea, well, let's I want to give it a 5, only because I'm aware that today could be rotational. But we'll kind of look at this first trade. Entry level, it was good. It was a 1. Got long there. It was 24.5. I was involved. Figured I'd be wrong below. Here, let's see. So I got involved at 24.5. Figured I'd be wrong if we pushed below this 20 level. So didn't really risk much. Scaled out half of it at 29. Average price on that was 30.5. I scaled some out at 29.25, then some more at 31. Was out of half of the position, and then kept the other half on against the low of 26.5. Got stopped out. So sizing was appropriate. Wasn't too big, wasn't too small. Stop placement, good. Profit target hit, stops hit. Yeah, I had my stop that was a runner, and then the first target up at opening range, close to it. Was I following the process well? You bet. Whoops, this one's a 1. So we're gonna give that a 5 out of 5. 100%, baby. Did I know my target? Yeah. I'd say I give it a 0.5 there. So I was looking for a higher up. Was looking for, thought if I could be patient and hold on to it, maybe we'd get up to 36. Did I allow price to hit my targets? I didn't jump out of it. Kind of remained convicted that we'd either go to the 29 to 30 area or 20. I thought we'd go to the 30 area first, which we did. Did I adjust targets if market warranted? Yeah, I adjusted my trailing one. Was emotional capital reserved? You better believe it. Did I function from the soft zone? Just meaning, was I rigid? Did the trade have to work like my life depended on it? Or was I just reading the market, allowing it to do its thing, knowing that the market's neutral, it could care less about my position. I'm just trying to gauge and size up what's going on. So I was functioning from what you'd call the soft zone. So we got 4.5 out of 5. We'll give it a 90. All right, not bad. The key is to keep your scorecard in good standing here. So just because I had one good, one well-executed trade or trading plan doesn't mean that the next one will be. So got to remember that, got to be disciplined on every single trade. I like how Micah's stops are tight. I like how he honors them, and he knows where he's right, where he's wrong. for me, they're a little too tight. So, and then he likes to look to see to get some big runners, some big moves, which sometimes he'll get. So that's his style. Right now, though, for me, we are just chopping around. Again, I want to be bearish, but we've had enough chop looking at the day here that maybe it doesn't happen today. Maybe it does. Oops, wrong one. Let me change that color. There we go. Oh, sorry about that. Still looking. Let me get this over here. Red or yellow. All right. Well, there we go. A little push down to what looks like the well, it's the overnight low. So push down to there, and then just moving higher. I think we should see somewhere up in the opening range on this move. So as of right now, the market feels pretty rotational. Decent wick put in on the 5 minute there. We've got 40 seconds left until the 5 minute bar is done. If you like it long here, I feel like you could get long here and then hold it against this wick, against this 24.25. Question is how far do we push? Even though I like it short, I feel like we could very well be rotational. So I don't think it's unlikely that we take out the high of the day. Maybe get up into mid 40s. Let's see here. Well, I've read this book. It's called The Art of Learning. It's written by a guy, Josh Waitzkin, world champion in both chess as like a teen, and then world champion several times in martial arts as well. So I'd say the guy does know a thing or two about learning, and it was fascinating to read and learn about him playing chess and some of the insights that he was able to glean from it. So I feel like at this level at 28, you could try kind of a cute long, hold it against this low right here, where maybe you're risking 4 points and potentially we get a push up higher. Market is kind of weak for the day, so let's see what we do here. But he says, once I recognized that deeply buried secrets in a competitor tend to surface under intense pressure, my study of chess became a form of psychoanalysis. He goes on and talks about all these different things that players would, when they begin a crack. He realized that he was no longer primarily refining the skill of playing chess, but was discovering himself through chess. And it was a fascinating read, just talking about all of the mental activity. And you think of a game like chess and you think, well, of course it's mental, it's chess. But he was talking about all of the other things that came into play as far as dealing with your opponent and reading them well and figuring out what their tells were. And so I thought, oh, it's kind of neat as it relates to the market, thinking about not really the market as our opponent, but more so thinking about the market regarding what are its tells. What are things that kind of could give away what it's trying to do? Right now, I know I mentioned you could get long and hold it against this, but you could also get short and hold it against this wick right here. And as it sits right now, I don't know which one to choose, so I'm not going to be involved right here at this level. I would think on the 5 minute, all the guys who got involved at this wick, they'd want to see that hold, or else it could break, and potentially we do put in new lows today. So yeah, it's important to think stuff through and think about, well, what are tells that the market might give me? What are signs? What are areas where it might show that the longs are starting to crack or the shorts are starting to get nervous? Those are good things to ask at certain levels. It's also good to know where you're wrong based on price action. Well, certainly at this level, we're right in the middle. Bulls want it above here, bears want it above here. At this point, flip a coin. Flip a coin. Feel like you could do either. You could get long against one, get short against the other. Got another 20 seconds on the 5 minute bar. Mike is back in short at 30, he says. It's good short. I would suspect if Mike is short 30, he's probably holding it against this 33, maybe even a 32. He does like really tight stops. So if he's short 30, he's looking for a plus 10. He'd be watching for it to get down to 41.20 and then see if it gives him any more juice, any more push to the downside. All right, another 4 minutes till we get a new 15-minute bar, and it'll be the top of the hour. Let's see if the bears do it here. Wondering if anyone else is taking any trades today. Any levels you like? All right, let's see if the bears can push it lower. Mike, another great entry. Short at 41.30. I'm watching this 27 level. So it looks like this is the spot where the bulls should have done it here, right? They should have got it up into opening range, and then, who knows what they do here, but they pushed it up. Looks like they ran some stops here, and now we've just been slowly just kind of selling off. Let's see if we can put in new lows of the day. Adjust this guy. Let me change this here. There we go. All right, Mike has got his plus 10. I would imagine he's looking for it to break the low of the day. Now the low from Friday, or it's the open, it's right at 41.06. Might be like 41.06 quarter. Pretty good move on the 5-minute bar here. Micah, as always, great location there, great entry, shorting at 30. So Micah moved his target to 06, he said. Yeah, break side B, 10 points away from 06. Five-minute looking weak. We got another 2 minutes on the 5-minute bar. So let's actually expand this, make it a 5-minute. There we go. Here's our 06, 07 over here from Friday. Now 16 was a level that was kind of battling it out on Friday. Right there at that congestion. Also 12. I would say now the Bulls definitely have their work cut out for them, where we're just pushing lower, kind of in no man's land right here. Yeah, no reason to be fighting it and get long. So we want to follow the process well today, don't we? I've got a son who he gets seizures every now and then, and he takes medication. And there's things that are difficult sometimes for him to remember. And as a parent, I'm sure other parents out there know that it's like that with every kid, right? You tell a kid to do something 1,000 times, and hopefully by time 1,000, they've got it. Sometimes. It's not like they got it 100% of the time. But so my one boy, I've told him so many times. I've said, hey man, when you go pee, it'd be super helpful if you just lift that toilet seat up. So if I got to take a dump, I don't want to sit in your pee. Your mother and your sister, they don't want to sit in your pee either. And all right, Dad. Okay, that's cool. And he's the age now where I'm not going to spank him for not, lifting up the toilet seat. He's too old. We can kind of reason with him, or you'd think you'd be able to. And so we're at the point now where when he pees on the seat, he's got to lift the seat up and down 100 times, sometimes 150. And as it relates to trading, I just made a note that said, how many times have you lifted the toilet seat? So, there's things that we do in trading that work out for our own best interest. And there's other things that we do that are detrimental. And you'd hope that those things that are detrimental, that you learn from them, that you don't make the same mistake twice. I shouldn't say that. That you don't make the same mistake 1,000 times, right? Like if there's something that isn't working for you, then stop it. Try something else. If there's something that, just clearly you've tried it over and over and over, and you're not getting any traction, well, then do something else. So the question is, how many times have I lifted the toilet seat? So I do that for my son, one, because he hates lifting the toilet seat. I'm thinking maybe at some point after lifting it, he's probably lifted that thing over 1,000 times now. I'm not kidding. Up and down. At some point, you'd probably think, all right, he's going to go to the toilet seat. He's going to see that thing. He's going to remember lifting it up and down, being in there, not enjoying doing that, and say, oh, yeah, when I pee this time, I'm going to lift the seat up. I'm going to do something different to get a different result. So that's my thought for the day. How many times have you lifted the toilet seat? There's 21. So market kind of pushing lower, but not doing it with gusto. NASDAQ kind of the same. S&P just meandering down. ES, I should say. I had my one trade earlier, and that was it so far. Not to say that I won't take another trade, but here we are in a down market, seeing some pops along the way, right? So we came down to here, saw a bit of a pop. Now we're down here, a little bit of a pop, nothing major. We are in kind of a congestion area on the daily chart. Mike, are you still in that trade, or are you going to hold it against a certain level? I feel like you usually hold them pretty long, so I would imagine you're still in it. What do we got here? A, B, C, D, period. 21, down to the teens. Still holding right now. All right. So though I'm biased to the short side, I took a long earlier today, just a shorter term long, and I'm under the conviction that I feel like there's more of a likelihood that we're rotational today. Bulls want to see it get up above this 24 level. Now, I mean, mind you, we have put in lower highs, we've put in lower lows. Doesn't mean we can't just continue to fade away, fall down, get lower. So at this point, just trying to read the market, stay patient. Anyone else watching take any trades? $22 half, 23. There we go. Decent pop up on the 5-minute there. So bulls wanted above that 27, that yellow line I've got right there. They wanted above there. If they get it, if they get it and hold it, I'd be watching to see if they can't take out this level then. That'd be their next course of action. There's 27. Good pop on that 5-minute. So we got down to 14 up to 27 right now, seeing a decent pop. Bulls certainly wanted above that. Well, duh. I mean, the Bulls always wanted higher, right? Well, this is squeezing the shorts. I'm going to step away just for a minute. there we go on the 1 minute. So piercing through that 27, down to it. Don't know if we hold it or not. 5 minute looking pretty strong here. Got another 2.5 minutes to go on the 5 minute bar. See if the bulls can't rotate it up and put in a higher high. So I was long earlier from this level, it's 24.5, and was hoping to see us kind of rotate a bit higher. Took some profit here at 30 half. Held half of it against 26 half, got taken out right there. Decent trade, but looks like they needed to push it lower before they could run up, take it up higher. So now to me, it certainly feels rotational. Target I had in mind earlier was 46 to 48. Tech T, if you're watching, you taking anything today? Tech T 111. This was kind of an interesting one right here. And Bulls got strong, didn't they? Micah, what did you end up doing on that one? Short from 30. Big bar there on the 5 minute. Ran me over for a +2. Yeah, it was a strong move there at that 5 minute candle. Just blasted off 17 up to 28, 27. Good 10-point move in that 5 minute candle. So in my opinion, if the Bulls really want to keep it strong, they keep it above this yellow line, this 27 level. They could also let it slip down to here. It doesn't look like they're going to do that right now. They're looking pretty much like selling is over. Anyone who shorted from yesterday looks like they, and that's kind of what I'm thinking, is that they took profits down in this area, this 22, and then down around 16. Not that I'm bullish on the day, I am more rotational. But for right now, the Bulls have turned it around and showing some strength here. Well, a little bit more muted price action. So I just had that one trade for a +5. So far, that's it for me. Well, not much to say right here at this level. Perhaps the Bears keep it under this 41.34 level. Alrighty. Well, I'm curious to know if anyone else has done anything. Anyone else taking any trades? Here we are, Bulls knocking on the door of that opening range, which is like 32 to 39, 38 half. It's the yellow. I'm sorry, the orange lines here. Let me get rid of this. Remove that. And we'll get rid of this here. Just had some levels marked. Well, let's see if the Bulls continue pushing here. Well, at this point, it feels like if there is a rotation, that well, we'll just have to wait and see, I suppose. Just have to wait and see. Earlier in the day, I was hoping that this would be our rotation, that we'd come down, take it up higher somewhere, and then fail and push lower. I'm not so convinced with this quick snap back into this area here that we just had over the last 15 minutes. I'm going to be wrapping up soon. I usually watch the market till about 10:30 or so. And that'll be it for me. Got a few wicks on the 5-minute here. I'm not reading too far into it. I suppose if you really need to get short, you could try one against maybe this 35 level or 38, 36 even. All right, boys and girls, that's going to wrap it up for me. Just had the one trade today at 24.5. Got out here at average price of 34.5. Held half of it to 26.5, which was here. Tried to trail it, took me out, and that's been it for today. So I guess we'll see what the market gives us. I don't have any strong conviction one way or the other. So if you're trading, trade well. Keep your stops in place. Let's see if there's an anecdote or something I can share real quick. Maybe something I haven't shared in a while. Let's see. Here's a scorecard for today. Let me get this out of here. Adjust our view. Let's see, thoughts. What are some thoughts? I haven't shared this one in a while. Oh, it's been a long time ago that my daughter, well, not a long time, I mean several months. It's not as fresh. My daughter, I picked her up from gymnastics and she said, "Dad, it happened today. I did it. It happened." And she was talking about some kind of a back handspring that she's been able to do, that she's been working on. She's 7, so she naturally gets excited about the progress that she makes. But it was cool just to hear her say, "Dad, it happened today. I did it. It happened." And I just thought, what is my it? Like, it happened today. I was able to do this with trading. Maybe for you, if it's, and it happened, I did it. Maybe you had a loser, but you were able to accept it. Hey, that's big. That's huge. Maybe you had a profitable trade and you weren't nervous holding it, letting it run. That's big. So there's all kinds of things that you could say, like, it happened. This happened. I was able to do this today. And if not, then you might ask yourself, what would an it be for me? What would be something worth celebrating, worth getting excited about, worth recognizing that, hey, I'm making progress with this. I'm honoring my stops. I'm not as emotional. I'm not having to trade, right? Like, nobody's holding a gun to your head, and there's some days where there's just a lot more opportunity than others. Yeah, today could be your day. It could happen for you today. What is your it? What would you like your it to be? Maybe it's doing better prep in the morning. Maybe it's doing less prep and just watching to see what the market gives you. Maybe it's not entering early. So for mine, a big thing that I've been working on is not being so aggressive, waiting for the setup to kind of prove itself to me and then get involved. And also trading less. I've got a goal of just taking 0 to 2 trades a day, nothing major. Not to say that I won't take more, but I want to be selective and get in trades that I feel good about and have strong conviction with. So hopefully it happened for you today, or you're in the process of making it happen. Want to remind you to follow the process well. Doesn't mean that you won't have losers, doesn't mean that frustration won't come, but if you follow the process, if you focus on the process, I'm a firm believer that the outcome that you're looking for will follow. So, all right, y'all, have a great rest of your day. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll do it again. Adios.